Hi everybody, this is Lady Locks. Tonight I have a Lockwood Asset Abloy. This one is the 334B45. It has the paracentric keyway. Here is the fitting of the key. See that? And the key is, or the lock is not key retaining, so you can take the key out while it's open, and you can close it without the key in. The core is a spring core, so it will spring back to the closed position once you close the shackle. Alright, for this, I'm going to use a top of keyway tension, and these are full of spool pins, I believe, so I'm going to make sure it's the tightest fitting tension that I have, because it's going to get a lot of back and forth on the core. And I don't want this to come out. It can be a pain in the butt if you get a loose tension wrench while it's moving. It can just wiggle its way right out, and then even if you have a bunch of things set and your tension falls out, you have to start over. So we don't want that to happen. So I have my standard size pick with the monkey paw at the tip. That's my favorite pick. And basically, I'm just going to go in here and get one click at a time on anything that is binding. I don't usually lever off the bottom of the keyway, because I have a hard time figuring out how how far I'm pushing up the pins. Sometimes you can, I guess on a lock that you can overset, I don't do that, because when they overset so easily, all it takes is just one extra little bit of pressure, and it just will completely overset the pin, and you know, that's a pain in the butt. So I generally try not to lever off the bottom of the keyway. I just go in and feel where there's a pin binding, try to give it a little give it a little nudge. All right, that was pin 2, I believe. That one was 3. I'm feeling 4 is binding, but I can't get it to move. I'm gonna try to lever and nothing's happening. So spools can be tricky like this. I found it seems like they can lock up inside there. The pins kind of seem to lock up if you're not doing them in the right order, or if you've set something the full way and it should have only been partially set at that time when you're on the next pin. They can be temperamental. So all right, just moving through pin 4. All right, I got some movement out of the pin, but I didn't hear a click. It just moved up and it kind of stuck up there, so I'm pretty sure it's just bumping the shear line with the top of the spool. So alright, that was pin 3 or 4. Okay, I got a little bit of movement out of that. Pin 5, I think. Yes, this is when it gets tricky, is they get really tight in there when you try to get it to go up. You try to push it up, it's so tight that you push so hard, and then you overset the pin. So it can be tricky. You just have to take your time. And if you do overset anything on these, you can just let off the tension ever so slightly, and oh, I'm sorry about that. You can let off the tension ever so slightly, and the pin will drop back down. Usually it's, you know, just the pin you overset will drop back down if you do it light enough. Alright, but that was again the Lockwood Asset Abloy 334B45. I did try to gut this lock to get it on video, but I ran into some trouble with one of the screws. That it's a very small screw, and the only screwdriver I have for that is this. And it's super tight in there, I guess, with that Loctite, and I can't get it to I can't get the screw out with this, so I need to find something better to use to try to get that screw out, because I really wanted to get this gutted to see what these pins look like. I've seen videos of what they look like, but I'd like to just, you know, see them for myself. But Alright, I will try to get this on video with the full pick and gut, you know, as soon as I can figure out how to get that screw out of there. In the meantime, if you do like my video, please hit like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Have a good night.